Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Giridharidhari. Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Giridharidhari. Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana. Yamunatira Vanachari. Yamunatira Vanachari. Yamunatira Vanachari. Yamunatira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Giridharidhari. Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Giridharidhari. Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana. Yamunatira Vanachari. Yamunatira Vanachari. Yamunatira Vanachari. Yamunatira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Vishnupada Paramahansa Parajaka Shrotra Shadashri Srimati Jivagari Shilai Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki Jai. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki Jai. प्रेम से प्रभु श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री द्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय, मथुरा धाम की जय, जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय, गंगा माई की जय, यमुना माई की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, सामवेद भक्तवृंद की जय। All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarane. Sarvam Shri Krishna Pramastu Krishna Matirastu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Namo
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Today we are going to read from Srimad Bhagavad-Gita, chapter 11, Vishwarup Darshan Yoga, Universal Form, text 39 to 43, the 5 verses. So text 39, Vayur-yamognir varunasya shankah, Vayur-yamognir varunasya shankah, Prajapatisvam prapitamahascha,
Prajapatisvam prapitamahascha.
Namo namastestu sahasrakritvaha,
Namo namastestu sahasrakritvaha.
Punascha bhuyopi namo namaste.
Punascha bhuyopi namo namaste.
What the word? Vayu,
Vayu,
air,
air,
Yamaha,
Yamaha,
the controller,
the controller,
Agnihi,
Agni,
fire,
fire,
Varunaha,
Varuna,
water,
water,
Shashankaha,
Shashanka,
the moon, Prajapatihi,
Prajapati,
Brahma,
Brahma,
Tvam,
Tvam,
you,
you,
Prapitamaha,
Prapitamaha,
the great grandfather,
the great grandfather,
Cha,
Cha,
also, Namaha,
Namaha,
my respects,
my respects,
Namaha,
Namaha,
again my respects,
again my respects,
Te,
Te,
onto you,
unto you,
Astu,
Astu,
let there be,
let there be,
Sahasrakritvaha,
Sahasrakritva,
1,000 times,
1,000 times,
Punaha cha,
Punaha cha,
and again,
and again,
Bhuyaha,
Bhuya,
again,
again,
Api,
Api,
also,
also,
Namaha,
Namaha,
offering my respects,
offering my respects,
Namahate,
Namate,
offering my respects onto you.
offering my respects unto you.
Translation, you are air
You are You are air, air,
and you are the supreme controller.
and you are the supreme controller.
You are fire,
You are fire,
you are water,
you are water,
and you are the moon.
and you are the moon.
You are Brahma,
You
you
are
are
Brahma,
the first living creature,
the first living creature,
and you are the great grandfather.
and you are the great grandfather.
I therefore offer
I therefore offer
my respectful obeisances
my respectful obeisances
onto you
unto you
1,000 times,
1,000 times,
and again,
and again,
and yet again.
and yet again.
Okay, so this is, we have seen in these verses where Krishna has been showing his universal form, and there is a lot of repetition in these verses. Repetition in terms of what is being seen by Arjuna and what Krishna is showing. And there is a lot of repetition in terms of Arjuna actually offering the respects as well. So this repetition is something that is common even in our material existence. Like when we are living life in this material world, there is a routine that we have. Every day we wake up, we brush our teeth, different activities that we do on a daily basis. So the repetition is part of our existence. Now, the challenge that we have in the conditioned state of existence is that we get involved in the repetitions of material existence because that is a necessity. Like brushing the teeth, it's a necessity. If one does not brush your teeth for one day, the teeth is going to decay. And if one does not brush the teeth for many days, that decaying will continue to increase. So we have this direct repetition of that because we understand the significance of doing that activity. The significance of taking care of the body, everyone knows about it. The significance of taking care of the mind, not many know about it. Because mind is not seen. We know mind is there and we know the thoughts are there, but we are somehow or other not accustomed to understanding that we are not the thoughts. Generally what happens is we just get submerged in the thoughts that come to us. So if a thought that is very nice comes to me, I will become very happy with that thought, and that will make me very nice, very happy, very joyful. And then suddenly there might be some thought which will come, which will not be not so nice, which will make me feel sad, and I will become sad. And so it is like if I look at the reflection in the mirror, if I look at the reflection in the mirror, and if I am smiling in the mirror, when I see the reflection in the mirror, that is also obviously smiling. If I am sad, the reflection in the mirror is obviously sad. So the challenge that we have in the human condition is that the external, we consider that whatever is there in the mind is absolute. We consider that as absolute. But what we don't understand is that is also just passing thought. What happens is when we are in a particular situation, in a moment, we feel that it is going to continue for eternity. It's a natural human condition. But actually, nothing, we know from our experience that nothing exists forever. It is continuously coming and continuously going. So this is what Krishna mentions in Bhagavad-Gita as well. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkada agama apayino anityas tam stitikshasva bharata. Especially for a day like today, and these days when we go out and we feel extremely frozen, it is a very beautiful verse to remember, where Krishna says that he gives the example, Shita Ushna Sukha Dukkada. Shita is like frozen, the frozen days that we have now. Ushna is when it is extremely hot. For example, the summer in India, it is extremely hot. He then gives the example of Sukha and Dukkha. We get this happiness and then we also get the distress. So both. So Krishna says, Agama apayino anityas. It is coming and it is going, and it is temporary. Anitya, not nitya. Nitya sarvagata sthanur achaloyam sanatana. Our original existence is achedyohyam ardahyohyam akledyo ashoshevacha nitya sarvagata sthanur achaloyam sanatana. So Krishna mentions in Bhagavad-Gita that our original existence as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna, it cannot be achedyohyam. It cannot be cut by the weapons. Addahyohyam. It cannot be made, it cannot be burned by the fire. Akledyo ashoshe vacha. It cannot be made wet. It cannot be made dry. Nitya. Nitya means eternally existing. Sarvagata. Sarvagata means present everywhere. The living entities are present everywhere. So, this is what imam vivasvate yogam proktavan aham avyayam vivasvan manve prabha manu rikshavati bhavi. Krishna says in Bhagavad-Gita that I said this Bhagavad-Gita to sun god millions and millions of years ago. Then Arjuna asked this question: Krishna, you are my contemporary. How do I believe that you actually said this to sun god? Then he says, Bahuni me vyatithani janmani tavacha Arjuna tani aham veta sarvani natam veta parantam. Krishna says that, oh Arjuna, you have taken many births and I have also taken many births. I remember all my births, but you do not know that, Arjuna. So this is the difference between, and this is a really interesting thing. Arjuna is an eternal devotee of Krishna. Nitya. So there is a Nitya Siddha, there is a Sadhana Siddha. Nitya Siddha Bhakta means one who is eternally in a liberated condition. So Arjuna is in that category. And even a person who is in that category can forget. So this is the difference between the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the living entities. So Nityo Nityanam, Chetanas Chetananam, Eko Yo Bahunam Vedadhati Kaman. It is mentioned in the scriptures, in the Vedas, that the Supreme Lord is the Supreme Eternal and we are all the minute eternals. Nityo Nityanam. So He is the source of all the other eternals. The Supreme Source is the source of all the eternals. Chetanas Chetananam. He is the Supreme Consciousness and we are all the individual consciousness. So, in Advaita Siddhanta, Advaita is where it is considered that there is only one consciousness. In that, one of the examples that they give is like that of if there is a sun there and if there are pots, or if there is a moon, if you say there is a moon in the sky and there are pots with water, the water will reflect the moon in the sky. So that does not mean that moon has become many. There is only one moon in the sky, but the water is reflecting it as many. So exactly the same way, all the living entities are eternal part and parcels of Krishna. So they are eternally existing. They are the Vaishnav. So there are two ways of understanding this. One is Advaita Siddhanta, where Advaita Siddhanta says that there is only one consciousness, and it is seen as many because of illusion. That is Advaita Siddhanta. The Dvaita Siddhanta says that there is only one there is one main consciousness, and then there are minute multiple consciousness. So the example is given is that of the part and parcel, right? So for example, the finger is part of my body, but the finger is also a separate organ. So in a sense, it is part. It can be called the whole, but it is not the whole. So this is Vaishnava Siddhanta. Like if you look at Ramanujacharya is Vishishta Advaita. His Siddhanta is specific non-dualism. In a specific way, it is non-dual. What is a specific way? That the part is separate, but at the same time, it is the same. So the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Tattva is called Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva, simultaneously one and different. So the example that is given is that of the rays of light coming from the sun, or the spark that is coming from the fire. So the spark of the fire is a spark, but at the same time it is not the whole fire. So this is the difference. So for example, the living entity has got the qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Satchidananda Vigraha. He is eternal, eternally existing. He is Chit is consciousness. He has got eternal consciousness, and then Ananda. Ananda is bliss. He has eternal bliss. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is full in Satchidananda, and we are minute Satchidanandas. So the difference between the full Satchidananda and the minute Satchidanandas is that the minute Satchidanandas are, if they do not understand their Satchidananda nature, they have the tendency to come under the influence of the material energy. So this is what. So why did we come to this discussion here? The important reason is that we were talking about the repetition, right? There is a lot of repetition in chapter 11 in terms of describing Krishna's universal form, like a lot of things, and in terms of Arjuna actually continuously offering obeisances to Krishna. So this repetition, the repetition that we do, for example, let's chant Hare Krishna mantra 3 times. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. So when we are doing this repetition, so we are doing repetition in the material existence as well, right? Like brushing the teeth and all those things that we do on a daily basis. And we understand the significance of doing that because it is based on the physical body. Because if I don't keep my physical body properly, I will see the decay directly. It is directly evident. The mind, I don't see the mind clearly. So I misuse the mind. Like I can keep my mind engaged in some activity that will give me dopamine hit, and I'll feel that that is great. This is the difference between Shreya and Preya. There is a topic about Shreya means what is ultimately beneficial for me. Preya is what is immediately giving me gratification. So generally what happens is, in the material existence, because I have been getting the body since time immemorial, birth after birth after birth, I got layers and layers of this material consciousness in me. So because of this material consciousness, I only understand the material hit that I get, the dopamine hit that I get out of some immediate gratification. But because my original nature is covered, my pure mind is covered by all these conditioned existential thoughts, I do not understand the significance of having a pure mind. Because there is a very beautiful example that is given in the scriptures about Indra getting a curse to become a pig. Indra is the Lord of the heavens. His level of enjoyment is unbelievable. Like we cannot even imagine being in this situation in this material world. Millions of years of life, no diseases, no old age. It's like a dream for a person who is living in this material world. In that situation, he's got the best situation, but somehow or other he gets a curse to become a pig in the material world. And then the person who has given the curse wants Indra to become Indra again. And then Indra says, no, I am very happy being a pig. So this is the nature of the material world. The conditioned nature of this material world is such that whatever situation I am in, that becomes the most prominent situation for me. There is, I feel that I have the best, situation in this particular life. There's nothing wrong in that, because when we get a particular life, we have to use it to the best of our ability. But the important thing to understand is that we are not just this particular situation. We are eternal. We have no beginning, we have no end. And this thing can only be understood in human form of life. In no other form of life this can be understood. Even if someone is in heavenly planetary system, they have all those wonderful situation, but they do not have this inclination to know that we are eternal. We are eternal part and parcels of Krishna. So that's why Bahunam Janmanam Ante. Krishna says that after many, many births, Yanvan Mam Prapadyate. Krishna says a person in knowledge surrenders onto me. And then once we surrender onto Krishna, then we know that Vasudeva Sarvamiti. We know that everything is Krishna's. Everything belongs to Krishna. So, in that sense, the person who has surrendered onto Krishna is never separate from Krishna. Because they know that the energy of Krishna and Krishna himself are non-different. So in that sense, Andantarastham Paramanu Chayantarastham. It is mentioned in the Vedas that the Lord is situated in the whole cosmos and he is also situated in every nucleus of every atom. So how can one be separate from the Lord? So when one is in that state of mind, then there will be a natural respect for whatever situation one is in. So there is one situation where one is totally covered by conditioned layers, because of which one is just looking for immediate gratification. There is another approach where one understands that I am eternal and this is an instrument that has been given to me, and then one has got this gratitude for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that everything is yours, so you can use it in whatever way you want. There is Bhakti Vinod Thakur, who was one of the acharyas in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lineage, and he actually says, Manasa Dehageho Jo Kichu Mora Arpilo Tuva Pade Nanda Kishora. Very beautiful. It's in Bengali. This Bhakti Vinod Thakur was actually a kind of a judge in that time. He was a very prominent person, and he had many children, and he was a very busy person in that sense. Like an actual professional in terms of what he does on a daily basis. But his whole internal consciousness was pure Krishna consciousness. So he has written many number of books and many number of poems and different other things. So this is what he said, that whatever I have, Manasa Deha Geha, so my mind, my body, everything, I am offering it at your lotus feet, O Nanda Kishore. So that is a very high state of existence, where one is internally, one knows very clearly that one is eternally part and parcel of the Lord. There is no point in time. And this is what was the situation of Arjuna. And that is why he directly sees here. If you look at this verse, Vayu Yamognir Varuna Shashanka. So Vayu is the wind, Yama is, if you look at Yamaraj, Mrityu Sarva Haras Chaha. Krishna says that as death, I am coming to take away everything from a person. There is Yamaraj there, and then Agni, the fire god, Varuna, the lord of the ocean, Shashanka, the lord of the moon, and then Prajapati, which is Brahma, Tvam Prapitamahascha. Prapitamaha is because Sarva Karana Karanam. There is a verse in Brahma Samhita which says that the Lord is the cause of all causes. So when nothing existed, so this is Aham evasam evagre nanya yat sadasat param paschad aham yad etacha yo avashishyate sosmiham. Very beautiful verse in Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna says that I was there in the beginning, aham evasam evagre nanya yat sadasat param. When nothing else existed, it was only the Lord who was existing. And when everything goes out of existence, who remains is the Lord. So the beginning and end is the Lord. So this is what is Prapitamahascha. Namo Namastestu Sahasra Kritva. Sahasra Kritva. Thousands of times Arjuna says that I am offering a respectful obeisances to you. Punascha Bhuyopi Namo Namaste. And then he says that again and again, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto you. So he is totally in his awestruck. That's what he was. And he was continuously offering obeisances to Krishna. Then verse 40. Namah purastad atha prishtataste. Namah purastad atha prishtataste. Namostute sarvata eva sarva.
Namostute sarvata eva sarva.
Anantaviryamita vikramasvam.
Anantaviryamita vikramasvam.
Sarvam samapnoshi tatosi sarva.
Sarvam samapnoshi tatosi sarvam.
Word by word, Namaha,
Namaha,
offering obeisances.
offering obeisances.
Purastat,
Purastat,
from the front.
from the front.
Atha,
Atha,
also.
also.
Prishtata,
Rishtata,
from behind.
from behind.
Te,
Te,
onto you.
onto you.
Namas astu,
Namastu,
I offer my respects.
I offer my respects.
Te,
Te,
onto you.
onto you.
Sarvataha,
Sarvataha,
from all sides.
from all sides.
Eva,
Eva,
indeed.
indeed.
Sarva,
Sarva,
because you are everything.
because you are everything.
Anantavirya,
Anantavirya,
unlimited potency.
unlimited potency.
Amita vikramaha,
Amita vikramaha,
and unlimited force.
and unlimited force.
Tvam,
Tvam,
you.
you.
Sarvam,
Sarvam,
everything.
everything.
Samapnoshi,
Samapnoshi,
you cover.
you cover.
Tataha,
Tataha,
therefore.
therefore.
Asi,
Asi,
you are.
you are.
Sarvaha,
Sarvam,
everything.
everything.
Translation, obeisances to you
Obeisances to you
from the front,
from the front,
from behind,
from behind,
and from all sides.
and from all sides.
O unbounded power,
O unbounded power,
you are the master
you are the master
of limitless might.
of limitless might.
You are
You are
all pervading,
all pervading,
and thus
and thus
you are everything.
you are everything.
So this is again, there's a lot of repetition going on here. But that actually is very clearly demonstrating this nature of Arjuna, where he is totally wonderstruck. He is in awe, and he is now he's in this particular verse. We say Nama Purastar Atha Prishtataste Namostute Sarvatas Eva Sarva. So how do we understand this from the perspective of our own existence in this material world? So we can understand this when we are looking at the world on a daily basis, from moment to moment. Every moment I am in this particular body and I am in this particular environment. And sometimes this environment would be according to what I expect this environment to be. And sometimes it will not be. This is the nature of this material world. So, whatever be the state of existence in which I am, if I can think that it is a costless mercy of the Lord, that is the greatest situation to be in. There is a verse in Srimad Bhagavatam where it says that Tattenu kampam susamikshamano bhunjanam evatma kritam vipakam hridva vaporbhir vidadhan namaste jivete yo muktipade sadayaka. It mentions, the scripture mentions, Srimad Bhagavatam mentions that who is actually in a state of liberation. It actually mentions who is a person who is inheritor of liberation. That's what they say. Inheritor of liberation is a person who considers everything as a mercy of the Lord. Tattenu kampam. So even if there is some kind of miseries that are coming, the person will still give respectful obeisances to the Lord and say that because of your costless mercy, O Lord, I should have been suffering thousands and millions of times more. But because you have given your costless mercy, that has been reduced to what I am suffering now. And so this state of constant gratitude for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is what we can learn from this verse. And like when Arjuna is saying that I am offering you obeisances from the front, from the back, from everywhere, it means that when we are living the life, whatever life we have currently, we are having the sense of gratitude to the Supreme Person. That because of you, I have this existence, this particular existence, this particular life, this particular 1 in a million opportunity of getting the human form of life. Because it is said in the scriptures that there are 8,400,000 species of life. Like in Hindi, they say 84 lakh yoni. So this so basically, someone being a human being is like 1 in 8,400,000. You know, it's something like that. You know, the chance of getting, it's like a 1 in a million, like winning a lottery. It's the human form is like winning a lottery. And unfortunately, this is why the great saints show a lot of compassion to all the living entities, especially the human form, those who are in the human form, because they understand the significance of this human form of life. Because we have got this evolved intelligence, and we are using this evolved intelligence to make our life very comfortable. So even if you look at it from the perspective of different facilities that we have, like if we say, if we go 50 years back, say our parents' generation or something, they did not have all the facilities that we have currently. But one of the interesting things about the previous generation was that even though the facilities did not exist, but they had this inner sense of happiness. So it's a contradiction, it's a paradox that we are situated now in, that we have all the comforts externally, but internally we are in a, this is what is said in the Prayen Alpayasha Sabhya Kalavasmin Yuge Jana Manda Sumanda Mateo Manda Bhagyahi Upadrita. It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. The state of existence in this Kali Yuga is, unfortunately, everyone is, Upadrita means disturbed. Unfortunately, people are disturbed. Why they are disturbed? Because the mind is not focusing on one thing. The mind is constantly going from one thing to another thing to another thing, and that's the nature of the mind. So, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balavadhridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayuriva sudushkam. So, who says this? Arjuna says this to Krishna. Arjuna says, and this is Arjuna saying, Arjuna who is a pure devotee of Krishna, he is saying to Krishna that my mind is chanchal, means it's not staying at one place, and it is obstinate, pramati, and it is determined to be obstinate, balavad dridam, it is very strong. Tasyaham nigraham manye vayuriva sudushkaram. Arjuna says that to control the mind is even difficult than controlling the wind. So then Krishna says that asamshayam mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam abhyasena to kaunteya vairagyene cha gruhyate. Krishna says to Arjuna that undoubtedly, Arjuna, this is right, that the mind is difficult to control. Krishna accepts it. He says that you're right, Arjuna, but abhyasena to kaunteya. So if you do practice, and vairagya is this renunciation, not a false renunciation that is in the service of the Lord. So anasaktasya vishyan yutarham upayunjata nirbandha Krishna sambandhe yukta vairagya muchyate. It is mentioned in the Srila Rupa Goswami gives the definition. What is real renunciation? Real renunciation is that whatever is we have that is used in the service of the Lord. It's not that we are just there is a falgu vairagya as well. There is a falgu vairagya is false renunciation. So false renunciation is that one is just renouncing for the sake of renouncing. So that is not needed. This is what very beautifully Krishna says that na niragnim na chakriya anasaktasya vishyan. No, Krishna mentions in Bhagavad-Gita that when one is na niragnim na chakriya. So it's not the person who is not doing anything is actual renunciant. The actual renunciant is a person who engages everything in the service of the Lord. So this is the difference between a Vaishnava and a Advaita philosophy. A Vaishnava understands that everything is Lord's and it has to be used in Lord's service. A Advaitist will try and renounce things because they think that engaging in any activity means it is sense gratification. So this is the difference. The difference is, like, for example, Narada Muni gives a definition. He says, Hrishikena Hrishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. So when I engage my senses in the service of the master of the senses, that is bhakti. Advaitist person will say, for example, an Advaita person will say that being silent is the best thing. Whereas a Vaishnava will say that chanting the Hare Krishna is the best thing. So that would be the difference, right? So what is the difference here? The difference is the Advaitist is saying that I have got this function of tongue. What is the function of tongue? It is vibrating and it is creating the sound. I am not going to use this because this is I will be in silence, and then I will just remember that I am Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi, and that is the end for an Advaitist. But for a Vaishnava, this is what is there is a beautiful verse that Krishna says, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na shochati na kamshati. So Advaitist is in a Brahma Bhuta stage. The Brahma Bhuta stage is when I understand that I am eternal. I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am eternal. So the Advaitist will stop at that stage, whereas a Vaishnava will get into a bhakti stage in that stage. There is this example of the four Kumaras, Sanat, Sanaka, Sanatana and Sanananda. The four Kumaras, they are the Manasa Putras of Brahma. They initially were in the state of Advaita. That is, they were in the Brahman platform, but when they smelled the Tulsi leaf offered to the lotus feet of the Lord, they understood the significance of bhakti as well. So bhakti, like for example, Shukadeva Goswami is another example. Shukadeva Goswami, when he is the son of Vedavyas, Vyasadeva. So he was constantly engaged in talking about Krishna, and he was in a liberated state of existence. So this is what is. There's a particular verse where it says that one is constantly in that state of remembering the Lord. See, the difference between conditioned state of existence and liberated state is, in the conditioned state, engagement in bhakti seems like unnatural. Because I got this total covering with me, it feels like this is something I can do it for some time, but I cannot continue it. But a person who is in a liberated state, they cannot think of anything else other than bhakti. Their whole existence is based on bhakti. So that is the difference. So here, that is what is Arjuna's state here, and he is constantly repeating his state of offering obeisances that way. So we go to verse 41 and 42, which is continuous verse there. Sakheti matva prasabham yaduktam, Sakheti matva prasabham yaduktam, He Krishna he Yadava he Sakheti,
He Krishna he Yadava he
Sakheti, Ajanata Mahimanam Tavedam,
Ajanata Mahimanam Tavedam,
Maya Pramadat Pranayena Vapi,
Maya Pramadat Pranayena Vapi,
Yachavahasartham asatkritosi,
Yachavahasartham asatkritosi,
Viharashayyasana bhojaneshu,
Viharashayyasana bhojaneshu,
Ekothavapi achyutatat samaksham,
Ekothavapi achyutatat samaksham,
Takshamaye tvam aham aprameyam,
Takshamaye tvam aham
aprameyam. So word by word, Sakha,
Sakha,
friend,
friend,
Iti,
Iti,
thus,
thus,
Matva,
Matva,
thinking,
thinking,
Prasabham,
Prasabham,
presumptuously,
presumptuously,
Yat,
Yat,
whatever,
whatever,
Uktam,
Uktam,
said,
said,
Hey Krishna,
He Krishna,
O Krishna,
O Krishna,
Hey Yadava,
He Yadava,
O Yadava,
O Yadava,
Hey Sakhe,
He Sakhi,
O my friend,
O my friend,
Iti,
Iti,
thus,
thus,
Ajanata,
Ajanata,
without knowing,
without knowing,
Mahimanam,
Mahimanam,
glories,
glories,
tava,
tava,
your,
your,
idam,
idam,
this,
this,
maya,
maya,
by me,
by me,
pramadat,
pramadat,
out of foolishness,
out of foolishness,
pranayena,
pranayana,
out of love,
out of love,
va api,
va api,
either,
either,
yet,
yet,
whatever,
whatever,
cha,
cha,
also,
also,
avahasa artham,
avahasa artham,
for joking,
for joking,
asat kritah,
asatkritaha,
dishonored,
dishonored,
asi,
asi,
you have been,
you have been,
vihara,
vihara,
in relaxation,
in relaxation,
shayya,
shayya,
in lying down,
in lying down,
asana,
asana,
in sitting,
in sitting,
bhojaneshu,
bhojaneshu,
or while eating together,
or while eating together,
ekah,
ekaha,
alone,
alone,
athava,
athva,
or api,
api,
also,
also,
achyuta,
achyuta,
O infallible one,
O infallible one,
tat samaksham,
tat samaksham,
among companions,
among companions,
tat, all those, kshamaye,
shame,
ask forgiveness,
ask forgiveness,
tvam,
tvam,
from you,
aham,
aham, I,
I,
aprameyam,
aprameyam,
immeasurable.
immeasurable.
Translation: thinking of you
Thinking of you
as my friend,
as my friend,
I have rashly
I have rashly
addressed you, O Krishna,
O Krishna,
O Yadava,
O Yadava,
O my friend,
O my friend,
not knowing your glories.
not knowing your glories.
Please forgive
Please forgive
whatever I may have done
whatever I may have done
in madness
in madness
or in love.
or in love.
I have dishonored you
I have dishonored you
many times,
many times,
jesting as we relaxed,
as we relaxed,
lay on the same bed,
lay on the same bed,
or sat or ate together,
or sat or ate together,
sometimes alone
sometimes alone,
and sometimes in front
and sometimes in front
of many friends.
of many friends.
O infallible one,
O infallible one,
please excuse me
please excuse me
for all those offenses.
for all those offenses.
So this is a very beautiful verse because Arjuna understands Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead, because Krishna has shown his Vishwarupa. So he is now talking to Krishna and asking for forgiveness from Krishna. The reason is he has got this Aishwarya Bhavana. The Aishwarya Bhava means it is like a feeling that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So basically, there are many spiritual planets. Just like there are material planets, and we are the material planet now. Similarly, there are spiritual planets, and spiritual planets are more than the material existence. The material existence is like, just like if you look at a country. In a country, the prison area will be small. Majority of the area is a normal area, right? Where people live, they have independence, they go out, they enjoy, they do whatever they want to do. But then there is a very small area where there is prison. And in the prison, who are the people who are in the prison? They are the people who have done unlawful activities. They have done some things because of which they have to go to prison. So the existence in this material world is in a sense like a prison, unfortunately. Or to look at it in a better way, you can take it as being in a university. Like when we are going to the university, we cannot graduate from the university until we pass all the subjects, right? If we don't pass the subjects, we have to repeat the subject and continue to repeat the subjects that we don't pass until we can pass it. And then once we pass everything, we can graduate out of the university. And then we actually, go and do a job or whatever we want to do. Exactly the same way, this material existence exists until we are 100% clear that we are an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. When we have reached the stage of understanding that I am an eternal part and parcel of Krishna, it does not matter where I am situated. This is Narayana Parasarve Natu Kashchana Bibhyati Swarga Apavarga Narkeshu Apitulyatha Darshina. It is mentioned in the scriptures, when one has surrendered onto Narayana Krishna, it does not matter where one is situated. One can be in heavenly planet, one can be in the middle planetary system, or one can be in the lower planetary system. It does not matter. Why it does not matter? Because one knows that the Lord is present everywhere. So, this is liberation. Iha yasya hariyodasya karmana manasagina nikhilasvapi avasthasu jivan muktasa uchyate. It is mentioned in the scriptures that when one is in that state of existence that I am an eternal part and parcel of Krishna, and karmana, manasa and gira. Karmana is activities, manasa is mind, and gira is speech. Activities, mind and speech. If I am constantly in the service of Krishna, then even though I am living in the material world, I am not bound by the material world. So the example is, if you want to take the example of, say, a professor in a university. Professor in a university is in the university, but they are not there to pass the exams. They are actually there to help the students to understand the subjects so that the students can pass the exams. So this is the difference between a liberated person and a conditioned living entity. It is like if you are in a university, you've got professors and you've got people who have come to the university to get the knowledge. So why am I talking about this? Because we were talking about the different, in the spiritual world, there are different planetary systems. There is Vaikuntha planets. The Vaikuntha planets, Vaikuntha means Vigata Kuntha. Kuntha means anxiety. So in this material world, there is Padam yet Vipadam. It is mentioned in the scriptures that unfortunately at every step there is danger. Why is there danger at every step? Because I have taken something that is temporary as permanent. This body is temporary, but I somehow or other, I want to make it permanent. I don't want to die. Why is it that I don't want to die? Because internally, I never die. Like as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna, I have no birth and I have no death. So that is my original existence. But when I don't understand that is my original existence, I want to make this temporary existence as permanent existence, which is not possible. So this is like another paradox that is there in the material existence. So why am I talking about the Vaikuntha planets? The Vaikuntha planets has got Narayana. There are Vishnu forms with Chaturbhuja form, Shankha Chakra Gada Pankaja. The Lord with the conch, the disc, the mace, and the lotus flower. The four-handed form of the Lord. Those planets have got Aishwarya Bhava in them. Aishwarya Bhava means there the devotees consider Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God. So there, that is like an official place of the Supreme Personality of God. But he has got his own personal space as well. And that is the Goloka Vrindavan Dham, where Krishna in the Dvibhuja Muralidhara form, he is in that form of with two hands, and he is doing these pastimes with his devotees. So in the Goloka Vrindavan Dham, there is Sakhya, Vatsalya and Madhurya. These three rasas are prominent. Sakhya is as a friend of Krishna, Vatsalya is becoming a parent of Krishna, and Madhurya is becoming a lover of Krishna. So these three are very prominent in the Goloka Vrindavan Dham. So Arjuna is in the Sakhya rasa. His normal relationship with Krishna is like a friend. So what happens when one is a friend? The relationship will be like on equal terms. You will not consider the friend as your lord or someone like that. It will be on equal terms, and this is what is happening here. So what has happened here is because Krishna has shown his universal form, Arjuna suddenly goes to that Aishwarya Bhava. He's saying, oh Lord, sorry. Please forgive me. I have called you Krishna Yadava. I have been, I have been too close to you. I have been behaving like a friend. So please forgive me. This is the reason why, if you look at the different Leelas of Krishna, with say Yashoda Mai, for example, there is a Leela of Krishna where when Krishna is small, he's eating the mud from the ground, and Yashoda Mai sees that Krishna is eating the mud, and then she says, "You should not eat the mud. Show me your face. Show me your mouth. I have to take the mud out." And when she opens her mouth, she sees the whole Brahmanda in his mouth, and she just faints. And then she kind of wakes up, and then she thinks that this was a dream that I saw. So that fainting of her is actually helping her, that situation, in a way that she does not go into the Aishwarya Bhava. She continues to remain in her Vatsalya Bhava. And this is what creates the intimacy between the Lord and his devotees. Because each and every one of us as living entities have an eternal relationship with Krishna. We all have our own bhava towards Krishna. Someone could be in Shanta. There is a Shanta Rasa as well. The Shanta Rasa is where it's neutral. For example, the grass in the spiritual world, that is also, it is purely spiritual. There is no material consciousness in the spiritual world. So there is Shanta Rasa, then there is Dasya Rasa. The Dasya Rasa is like Hanumanji for Sri Ram. There is a Dasya Rasa. Then you have the Sakhya Rasa, which is Arjuna's Rasa. And then you have the Vatsalya Rasa, which is like Yashoda Mai's Rasa. And then you have the Madhurya Rasa, which is Srimati Radharani's Rasa. So this is, and all these rasas have their own individual significance. It is not that, sometimes what happens is, there is a tendency within the Vaishnava circles to consider one rasa as higher than the other rasa. But for a particular devotee whose natural rasa is that is the highest for them, because that's the way they relate to the Supreme Person. Like, for example, Hanumanji's rasa for Sri Ram, it is Dasya rasa. And for Hanumanji, that is the highest rasa for him, because that's where we get the most bliss from. So this is very important to understand, and it's really, we can see here that Arjuna has gone from the Sakhya Rasa to Aishwarya Bhava. And that is what we see here. And that's why Arjuna is asking for forgiveness. Then we go to verse 43. Pitasi lokasya characharasya, Pitasi lokasya characharasya, Tvamasya pujaschya gururgariyan, Tvamasya pujaschya gururgariyan, Natvat samosti abhyadika kutonyo, Natvat samosti abhyadika kutonyo, Lokatrayepi apratima prabhava, Lokatrayepi apratima prabhava. So what word? Pita, the Father. Asi, you are. Lokasya, of all the world. Chara, moving. Acharasya, and non-moving. Tvam, you are. Asya, of this. Pujya, worshipable. Cha, also. Guru, master. Gariyan, glorious. Na, never. Tvat samaha, equal to you. Asti, there is. Abhyadikaha, greater. Kutaha, how is it possible? Anyaha, other. Lokatraye, in the three planetary systems. Api, also. Apratima prabhava, O immeasurable power. Translation is, you are the Father, of this complete cosmic manifestation
of
this complete cosmic manifestation
of the moving
of the moving
and the unmoving.
and the non-moving.
You are
You are
its worshipable chief,
Its
worshipable chief,
the supreme spiritual master.
the supreme spiritual master.
No one is equal to you,
No one is equal to you,
nor can anyone
nor can anyone
be one with you.
be one with you.
How then
How then
could there be
could there be
anyone greater than you
anyone greater than you
within the three worlds,
within the three worlds,
O Lord of immeasurable power?
O Lord of immeasurable power?
Okay, so it's continuing to describe the glories of Krishna. This is the real existence is when somehow or other we can continuously glorify Krishna. That is when one can remain in that state where one continuously glorifies Krishna. That is a state of liberation. So there is a verse where Krishna says, "Satatam kirtayanto mam." So the verse that says that pure devotees of mine are constantly glorifying me. Kirtayanto mam. Satatam kirtayanto mam. Yatantascha dhridavrata. They are constantly determined to remember me, to glorify me. Namasyantascha mam bhaktya. They are constantly offering obeisances unto me. Nitya yukta upasate. And they are constantly rendering loving devotional service to me. So this is that Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritim ashrita bhajan tananya manaso gyatva bhutadim abhyayam. So it is mentioned, Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad-Gita that the Mahatma, the great souls, are under the protection of my divine energy, Krishna says. Daivim prakritim ashrita. So there is, Krishna has got Mahamaya and Yogamaya. So Mahamaya is Durga Devi. The Durga Devi is, Durga has got a very interesting meaning as well. Durg means castle. Generally, what is a castle? Castle is a place where one is kept protected and one cannot go out. That is a material existence. So when one is in the material world, one is under the control of Durga Devi. When one is in the spiritual world, one is under the control of the Bhakti Devi, the Vrinda Devi, Tulsi Devi. So there is a prayer, Vrindaya Tulsi Devaya Priyaya Keshavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavate Namo Namah. So the Bhakti Devi is when one is under the protection of the Bhakti Devi, the Yogamaya potency, one is constantly in relationship with Krishna. One knows that I am eternally connected with Krishna. So this is what Krishna says, Bhajan Tananya Manaso Gyatva. Why one is doing that? Because one knows that Krishna is the origin of everything. So there is another verse where Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattas sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samandita. And so Krishna says that when one knows that everything is coming from me, Aham sarvasya prabhavo, and everything is based on me, when one knows this, iti matva bhajante mam, Krishna says such a person engages in my loving devotional service. Who is such a person? Buddha. He is an intelligent person. How does he engage in my devotional service? Bhava samandita, with full emotions. So when emotion gets involved, we get fully involved in something. When logic is involved, we might get involved, but it won't be as strong as emotional involvement. So that is what bhakti is about. Bhakti is when we get emotionally involved with Krishna. And when we get emotionally involved with Krishna, then we are fully involved. Like generally in the material existence, when we say that someone is emotionally involved with someone else, It is like someone is in love with someone else. So that is what is the natural position of all the living entities. And that's why Krishna personally comes and does all his leelas. This is what Janma karmam cha me divyam evam yoveti tatudha tyaktva deham punarjanmam neti mameti sarjuna. Krishna says that when someone knows that my birth and my activities are divine, then when they give up their body, they do not get another material body, but they go back home, back to Godhead. So this is what we can understand from this verse, where Arjuna is actually saying to Krishna that you are the pitasi lokasya characharasya tvamasya pujaschya gurur garya. He says that you are actually the guru, the first guru, the adi guru. Natvat samosti abhyadika kutonyo. So this is there is a particular verse in the Vedas. It says that natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate. The Lord does not have to do anything, and He does not have a cause, because He is the cause of everything. Natat samas chabhyadikas cha drishyate. There is no one equal to or greater than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Parasya shaktir vividhaiva shruyate. He has got multifarious energies, and all those energies are acting in autonomous ways. He does not have to, like generally in the Abrahamic religion, like for example Christianity, if you take the example, they say that the Lord worked for 6 days and the 7th day He is taking the rest. So this is like someone actually doing something and then one is taking the rest. But in the Vedic concept, the Lord is constantly involved in His leelas, and His energies are acting, and the energies are automatically creating and doing everything. So this is the difference. So this is what is parasya shakti vividhaiva shruyate swabhaviki jnana bala kriyacha. They said that His jnana, bala and kriya. His jnana is knowledge, His bala is power and strength, and His kriya, His activities are swabhavika. Swabhavika means naturally done. He does not have to personally, forcefully do anything. Everything is naturally done by Him. So this is what is Arjuna referring to here. So with that, thank you very much for listening. If there is any comments or questions, we can discuss. Okay, so we'll chant the Narasimha Pranam Mantra. Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Prahlad
Daine.
Hiranyakashe Purvakshaha. Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho. Yato yato yam tato Narasimho. Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho. Narasimham Adim Charanam Prapade. Tavakaratamalavari Natha Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipo Tanu Brinda Keshavadhrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare.
Tava kar kamal hare lakha adbhut shringa dalita hiranyakashipo tanu bringa keshavadhrita narahari rupa jaya jagadish hare jaya jagadish hare.
नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नाम्ने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशकारिणे सर्वं श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु कृष्णे मतेस्तु हरे कृष्ण
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।